Hello, everybody. Welcome back to English with Seethu. So, today I'm going to introduce you to all question types in speaking and help you answer each one of them and share some quick tips to score better. So, let's get started. The PTE speaking session mainly analyzes your fluency, pronunciation, and basically how well you present your content. You don't need to worry about grammar in PTE speaking, but you have to be fluent. There are 7 questions in speaking: read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, read a lecture, answer short question, summarize group discussion, and respond to a situation. Among these questions, summarize group discussion and respond to a situation are the 2 newly added questions after the update in 2024. Let's look at them one by one. Read aloud. In this task, you'll see a short passage on the screen. You will get 35 seconds to prepare. After that, you'll hear a beep sound, which is a cue to start speaking. You should read the passage as naturally and clearly as possible. Do not read it too fast or slow. Make sure that you don't hesitate or fumble in between. Read it consistently throughout the time.
When returning a borrowed book, if there are missing pages, experts say transparency is key. Librarians and etiquette coaches note a recent rise in damaged book disputes, often caused by silent returns or unreported defects. If something goes wrong, acknowledge it, says one Toronto librarian. A simple apology and an offer to make it right prevent a small mistake from becoming a big misunderstanding.
Repeat sentence. This is probably one of the most difficult tasks in speaking. In this question, you will hear a short audio and you need to repeat it exactly as you hear it. You will hear the audio only once. This task analyzes your listening, pronunciation, and fluency score. So this task determines your speaking as well as listening score. Let's see a demo.
Every student has their own computer.
Every student has their own computer.
Describe image. In this task, you will see an image on the screen. It could be a graph, chart, table, process, or just a random image. You will get 25 seconds to take a look at the image. Once you hear the beep sound, you need to describe the image in the best of your ability within 30 to 40 seconds. Your content should be authentic. Do not use any memorized template or answer. Remember that you don't need to be knowledgeable in the subject. They're just checking how well you can speak English. So speak continuously and stay organized.
So this is the question. You have 25 seconds to take a look at this picture. So this is a bar graph. So the bar graph gives information about customer purchasing reasons, and the y-axis represents the percentage of customers. The x-axis represents the various categories, and price seems to be the reasons for the highest reason, and other seems to be the least reason. All right, let's start. The bar graph gives information about customer purchasing reasons, the percentage of customers who selected each reason as an important factor in their purchasing decision. The x-axis represents the percentage of customers starting from value 0 to 50. The y-axis represents the various purchasing reasons such as price, company name, friends recommendation, and so on. From the image, it is revealed that price remains to be the highest reason, with 54.6% to be the reason why customer is purchasing, and the least reason would be other with less than 10%. In conclusion, this bar graph gives information about customers' purchasing reasons.
Read a lecture. In this task, you will listen to a lecture or watch a video, and then you must summarize it using your own words. This is an integrated task, so it analyzes your listening as well as fluency skills. Make sure that you note down all the important keywords, phrases, and the names or another examples. I'll show you a demo now.
All right, so this is the read a lecture question. Let's listen to the audio.
Happiness comes from frequency and quality of social relation. The higher the frequency is, the more happiness relations with friends and family and others produce. It is not sure why social relation is correlated with happiness. But there's evidence that when people feel more satisfied with their social relations, they will feel happier. In turn, when people feel happier, they will get more satisfied with social relations. Happy people tend to be social more with friends and have more interaction between family. Some people wonder if their social activities make them happier, or their happy personalities drive them to be social more with their friends and families.
All right, so we have 10 seconds to prepare. The topic of the lecture is the relationship between happiness and social relationships. The lecture discusses how happiness is connected to social relationships. It explains that people who frequently interact with friends and family tend to feel happier and more satisfied. The speaker also mentions that happiness and social connection influence each other because happy people are usually more social and active in relationships.
Answer short question. In this task, you'll hear a simple question and you should answer it in one word or few words. This is probably one of the least important questions in speaking. They are just checking your vocabulary skills here. For example, what do we use to cut paper? Scissors. What is the liquid that you use to wash hair? Shampoo. So don't overthink, just say the answer in a straightforward manner. Summarize group discussion. In this task, you listen to a discussion between multiple speakers. They could be talking about education, lifestyle, or any kind of a daily life issue that they are encountering. So this is an integrated task, so it contributes to speaking as well as listening. It's not necessary that you should identify who the speakers are, but make sure that you identify what the topic is about, their different opinions, and give a clear summary.
All right, let's listen to the audio.
3 students are waiting for their library seats, chatting about the hot topic, whether the campus should install food lockers to solve the trouble of picking up takeout.
Hey, have you guys seen the post on a campus forum? Lots of people are suggesting the school add food lockers. I'm totally in favor of this. With lockers, we can pick up takeout whenever we are free. No more rushing or wasting food. It's such a practical solution.
Exactly. I've had similar issues. Once, my mom sent me homemade dumplings via a delivery app, but the delivery person couldn't get into the dorm area and had to wait for 20 minutes. Food lockers would fix that. Delivery staff just drop the food in the locker, and we use a code to open it later.
Wait, do we really need food lockers? I think they're unnecessary. The campus cafeteria already has lots of options, cheap and fresh. Also, where would the school put the lockers? The campus is already pretty crowded near the gates and dorms.
But the cafeteria's hours are so limited. It closes at 7 p.m., and if I have an evening study session or club meeting, I can't get dinner there. And about the location, they could put the lockers near the student center, which is central and has extra space. It won't take up much room, and it's easy for everyone to reach.
I also don't think it'll hurt the cafeteria. Most people who order takeout do it because of time, not because they don't like the cafeteria. The school could even let the cafeteria partner with the lockers, sell their own boxed meals in the lockers for students who miss meal times. That way, both takeout users and cafeteria fans benefit.
Those points make sense, but I'm still worried about maintenance. Who will clean the lockers? What if the lockers break and someone's food gets stuck inside? That would be a hassle.
The maintenance part is easy. The school could hire a part-time worker to clean the lockers once a day, and most lockers have customer service. If there's a problem, you can call and get it fixed quickly. As for fees, I've seen other schools do this for free. It's a service to help students.
Let's talk to our PE teacher tomorrow. We can share our ideas, optional runs with 2 times, incentives, alternatives, and indoor runs. We can also get classmates to sign a petition. More signatures help.
Yeah, my cousin's school has food lockers, and they're free to use. She says she's never had a problem with broken locks or dirty spaces. It's super convenient, especially during exam season when we're all swamped with study.
Okay, I guess I didn't think about those details. Free use and good maintenance do make it better. Maybe a trial run would work. Install a small set of lockers near the student center first, then see how many students use them. If it's popular, the school can add more later.
All right, so we have 10 seconds to prepare. So we need to take a look at the notes and start speaking the summary. The group discussion is about whether food lockers should be installed on campus for students. There are three female speakers sharing different opinions on this topic. Speaker 1 is strongly in favor of the idea. She says food lockers are a practical solution because students can pick up takeaway food whenever they are free without rushing or wasting food. She also mentions that the cafeteria closes at 7 p.m., so students with evening student sessions or club activities cannot get dinner easily. She suggests placing the lockers in the student center because they would not take up much space. Speaker 2 agrees with Speaker 1 and shares a personal experience. She says her mother once sent homemade dumplings through a delivery app, but she had to wait 20 minutes to receive them. She believes food lockers would solve this problem, at least to some extent. However, both Speaker 2 and Speaker 3 are concerned about maintenance issues, such as who would clean the lockers and what would happen if food got stuck inside. Speaker 3 is completely against the idea. She argues that the campus cafeteria already provides cheap and fresh food and the campus is already crowded. She also feels students should continue using existing free services, especially during exam seasons. In conclusion, the discussion ends with a compromise suggestions to start a trial run by installing a few food lockers near the student center first, and if they become popular, the school could expand the service later.
Respond to a situation. In this task, you'll hear a narration of a real-life situation and see it written on the screen. Then you must respond to it as naturally as if you're responding in real life. The situations could be about school, work, or any kind of a daily life conversation. Along with fluency and listening skills, they're checking if your answer is appropriate for the situation. Now we've covered all the question types in PT speaking. Remember, the golden rule of PT speaking is to be fluent. Refrain from worrying about grammar or vocabulary skills. You have to be confident and present your answer as fluent as possible. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to English with Seethu.